it's in portrait mode, which is just stupid. Y'all please quit uploading stuff in portrait. It's stupid. YouTube, you used to be able to go live and however you was holding your phone, that's the way it would do it. Now it recommends that you do it in portrait. I don't know why. What's going on? Everybody does it just like TikTok and all that stuff does it. It's silly. Let's not do that no more. I like to watch it full screen. Maybe it's where I'm getting in my old age. My eyes ain't as good as they used to be. I like seeing the full screen, man. Hello, sissy. I'm on my lunch break. Decided to go up here and watch the thunderstorm until I have to go back to work. Take a late lunch break because everything's stupid anymore. I don't understand the world no more. There's a thunderstorm coming in. I'm gonna go up here and try to face west. Might have sleep and watch some groovy lightning for a little bit. I already ate my lunch. Watch out, buddy. I'm trying to film a video here. There's a good spot. Tornadoes? I don't know about no tornadoes. I'm at a good spot for it though. We had a tornado, the last one we had here, which I just figured it was God was trying to take out the Walmart here because it's the world's worst Walmart. And he's trying to give him a hint, but they didn't listen. There's supposed to have been a tornado here yesterday, but I guess I was working and didn't notice it. Somebody put a picture on Facebook that a possible tornado hit or whatever, but I don't know. I think it's just a regular old thunderstorm. We've been getting a lot of rain here lately. It's odd. Last month, April, we had 3 rains total here in my area. April, and that's, April showers bring May flowers. Well, April was more like September with no rain, and we was actually in a drought. And I think it's just because I was out looking for mushrooms. Yeah, I seen something about Texas getting flooded. We're in a flash flood watch till tomorrow. We've been having a lot of rain, which is good. It's good for my garden. Flooding, not so good. So you're getting hit there too, Lisa? This last week it's rained about every day, and I'm not complaining. Usually I complain because this is the muddy season, but man, it's been so dry here, it's unreal. But basically I wanted to come up here and check out this live deal. I finally broke down and watched a video on how to change the settings on this. Because now whenever you go live, it wants you to rotate your phone. I even bought this fancy rig for my truck so I could have my phone hanging up here. Like if I'm driving and want a video. And it's like, oh, you got to rotate your phone where it's in portrait mode. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch portrait mode. Nobody, I don't know. I guess all the kids nowadays thinks it's cool to be in portrait mode. I can't stand it. Hello, Badger. Kermit's doing well. Hello, Robert. Yeah, I'm so glad of the rain. So, this mushroom season, I bet I went out looking in 60 different spots and probably a total of 70 times, and guarantee I walked at least that many miles, which it was fun. I had fun doing it. I just like getting out and doing stuff like that. I had a week off of vacation and I went turkey hunting twice. I always take a week off during turkey season and only went twice, and the rest of the time I spent working on the farm and looking for mushrooms. But it had this April, it got up in the 90s in April, which is unheard of here. And only, like I said, 3 rains, and it hasn't been this dry and got that hot since I think 1850. Someone said. I don't know. I didn't fact check them. I'll take their word for it because it's very, very unnormal. But now we're getting blasted with the rain. Me too, Lisa. I like every video in landscape. Portrait mode is so stupid. It's silly. It's silly. And especially YouTube. I mean, you want to watch the whole screen. You don't want to just watch the middle of the screen and hold your phone like an idiot. I don't know. Don't get me started. It's my pet peeve. It's my new pet peeve. That's why I think these companies are seeing how mad they can make me, especially YouTube. But anyway, I did a lot of mushroom hunting and found a dozen mushrooms. Now, having said that, I found the first one. Ooh, there's a big one on my property. And I found 2 more spots that I think they're going to be really good spots. Where I found at least 5 mushrooms in both spots. Well, 5 in one spot and 4 in another. Just as I suspected. So yeah, I came up here. I was eating my lunch and thought, well, I'll go live for this thunderstorm and set it out in my truck. And then it wouldn't like rotate to the horizontal landscape mode. So I had to go back in work. And of course our computers are down at work. So I looked it up on my phone, how to do it, and figured it out. I meant to do this before, but life has got so busy. Ever since the COVID hit, I don't know what happened, man. It's like we de-evolved 100 years. It's so sad. If you want to watch something really sad, and I tried this out, I got a niece that's graduating. These kids that's graduating, and the video I watched, they was actually in college. They was interviewing college kids. And these kids can't name 2 countries outside the United States, right? I mean, you can look this up. There's videos on this. They can't do 3 times 3 times 3. They can't name more than 3 presidents. They can't even name current presidents. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. And that's our future. And man, it just ain't looking good. Hopefully the Lord comes back very soon. He's gonna have to put up with all this. Because I say this year's gonna be a real doozy. Election year. So I got like 3 speeds on my wiper blades. But yeah, you're right. I need to keep up on the wipers. It is sad. Good. Somebody else has seen it. The slippery elm thing. A few years back, that was like the big thing. People was going around and skinning all the slippery elms for the bark because it's got medicinal uses they use over in China. And I don't know if I don't know if these people don't realize this or what. They probably don't realize it because I swear I think everybody's just went plumb ignorant. You strip the bark off a tree and it kills the tree. So there, I think I found more mushrooms than I found slippery elm trees. Yeah, they can't name. Yeah, I asked, all right. For instance, and I hate to say this, this is my niece, and I love her dearly, and thank God she's beautiful because that's about all she's really got. She ain't got much going for her in the brains department. But none of these kids do. Oh, it's so awful. But I asked her to name, two countries besides, you know, not including the United States, name two other countries. One of her answers was Africa. And I was like, well, Izzy, you realize that's a whole continent, and it's got a bunch of little countries inside of it. And then I asked her the three times three times three, and she couldn't. She was kept saying it's nine. I was like, no, it's three plus three plus three. What's three times three times three? She couldn't. She couldn't answer it. But it's it's plumb awful. Yeah, that's another one. A quarter of an hour. They'll all say 25. Here's another thing, YouTube. If you want to improve your app a little bit, how about not making the comments disappear? I don't need to see my screen, really. I mean, I'd rather see the comments if I'm on a live video. Then, like, if you go to a store and you give somebody some money, and even if you give them the exact change, they can't they can't figure that out, man. It blows their mind. I guess where a lot of people use their cards and stuff. But if they didn't have that computer there to tell them the math on the change, they would totally be lost. I think I'm still kind of facing the wrong way here. I'm facing west. I guess it's coming from the southwest. I don't know where else I can pull to. Let's see if we can figure it out. I've seen her videos. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but I haven't seen her since the last time she came here. See if I can get that light out of everybody's eyes. This might be better. I've only got a few more minutes. I can go back to work. Hello, Patrick. Man, I've got a big area of fencing. I've been doing electric fencing for my pigs, and I got to move them. But I've got another. I think somebody stole my board or shot it or something, and that was during last muzzle loading season. But it just kind of disappeared. But like the gate was open, and I didn't leave it open. So I reckon somebody else did. And it's kind of unusual. He would have stuck around, so I think they either shot him and took him or somehow loaded him up. Well, see, I sure hope they know more than 90% of them out there right now. I mean, it's actually pretty scary, y'all. I mean, think about it like this, all right? And I don't know what y'all's opinion is on voting or anything like that. But have you seen the candidates that we have to choose from out of the millions of people in the United States? What I mean, what are we picking the worst ones? Is that what's going on here? I mean, good grief. Plus, Congress and the Senate are full of just people that they don't care about our country, man. And it's both sides. You know, I'm done taking up for Republicans. I'm conservative, but you know the Republican Party isn't very. You know, they're not very in line with my values. They pretend like they are sometimes, but you know, you can't go by somebody's words. You got to go by their actions. You know, half my family's nurses. And my brother's a nurse in the emergency room. My sister's a nurse. She's actually in charge of a whole floor right now. My mom's a retired nurse. I got a couple of cousins and sister-in-laws that's nurses. Mom's retired from nursing. Yeah, it's a good field. And I was going to do it. But whenever I was in high school, I was actually taking classes over at the local community college for nursing and getting a couple of basic things out of the way. Plus, I went to work for the hospital over in Logan. And what they done to me, they shouldn't do this to anybody that's trying to get into nursing. They stuck me right in the ICU, the CCU and the ICU, and traumatized me. And I thought, man, I can't do this. I can't be around like these people are. It, you know, they put you in the place where everyone has been really badly injured or just to be blunt, they're dying. And you know, 3 or 4 times a day on your shift, you go in there and 3 or 4 people die. And then you got the doctors and the crew, and I'll just tell you how it is, man. They're in there laughing and cracking jokes while they're trying to revive these people. You know, most of them was elderly people. But, and, you know, I'm not saying they're, you know, the nurses and doctors were mean people. They're just used to it, and that's how they're coping with it, I guess. But I couldn't do it. And I don't know. Anybody going into that field, they shouldn't put them in the ICU. That was bad. Oh God, that was bad. So I got out of that. I wish I'd stuck it out. It'd probably been better money wise right now. Which I'm not doing too bad, but still yet I'm not doing too good. But yeah, the ICU isn't a fun place. Well, I thought we was going to have a bigger storm. This is kind of boring. Anyway, I figured out the light. I figured what I'm going to do this year, and I've been meaning to do it, but running fence line is a lot of work. A lot of work. Like to run a fence up a hill, you've got to walk that hill 4 different times. 1 to run the wire, 2 to put your posts and stuff up, and then 3 to cut all the brush and stuff, and then you got to do it again to check it all out, which I haven't done the last check it all out and tied it all in. Plus you're packing a bunch of stuff, and if you're like me, your 4-wheeler breaks down on you whenever you're out in the middle of the woods as far away from your house as you could possibly be, and you got to walk out because your battery goes dead. But yeah, I'm trying to do some land improvement. I don't know the Wi-Fi, but anyway, I went ahead, and it's only a few bucks more a month because I kept running low on data. Because I watch it like whenever I'm driving, I listen to like videos and stuff because there's nothing good on the radio anymore. I used to listen to talk radio a lot, but now that bores me, and plus there ain't no stations anymore. But Yeah, we'll try to do more live feeds, especially if I'm up on the ridge lines. But, alright guys, I gotta head back down to work. I was hoping it would be a big thunder boomer up here. A gully washer, but we're only getting a nubbin striker. I was trying to look up how to do rain dances back in April. We are coming. Check out these fog lights I got. Dang. I spilled into a crash bar. I put a crash bar on the front of my truck because in the last 6 months I've hit 4 deer. Well, I haven't hit no deer. They've all run into my truck. I got one of my headlights jacked up. But both my doors are now dented up. I don't know, these deer are just, I don't know. I guess the COVID affected them too. They've lost their minds and running to the side of your vehicles. Alright guys, well I just wanted to try it out and I was kind of hoping for a nice storm. But we'll just add that to the list of disappointments. Y'all have a good night and God bless.